that tree, you can pull that thing up and put something else in the roots. That's why legacy has to matter to you, because it's time to plant something new. I went to Berklee College of Music for 2.5 years. I didn't take school very seriously. School wasn't necessarily something that I just was into. So I dropped out of school. I just started doing a little community college class here, a little community college class there, a little class here, a little class there. What happened was my mother graduated from college. My mom, you gotta understand, my mom started as my cafeteria lady when I was in 3rd grade. In 3rd grade, I showed up to school. My mother was the cafeteria lady. I watched my mother get her GED. And then after she got her GED, she went and started to pursue higher education in college. And my mom went from being the cafeteria lady to being in the classroom. And my mom, to this day, is the longest tenured teacher in that school. They gave her the most difficult classes, difficult kids, difficult cases. She went from the cafeteria to the classroom, and I went to my mother's graduation. When I saw my mother graduate college, she planted something in my heart. She planted something in my life. And so I made a decision that before my first child was born, I was going to graduate college. My daughter was born in 2014 of September. September 2014, my daughter was born. I graduated from college December 2014. I graduated. I had my baby in my hand with my cap on, my gown on, and my degree. What happened was somebody said, I'm going to plant a seed of graduates in this family. I don't want us to be a family of GEDs. I don't want us to be a family that's uneducated. I'm going to plant a seed. And when she planted the seed, all of a sudden I took it. And then my brother took it. And our children will take it. Why? Because God is looking for somebody to be a legacy builder, to have a legacy mindset and say, I'm going to open up a door that nobody can close in our family. Because if a curse can be passed down, so can a blessing. I'm tired of hearing about generational curses, and you don't tell me about the generational blessings that are coming to my life. And I'm declaring we're releasing generational blessings, cycle of blessings coming into your life because of legacy in this place. Which means when I get a paycheck and I want to keep
Hey, peoples. Coach M Worlds is back once again with another video, getting into the transportation. So you guys just stay tuned. We'll probably do things a little different today. Let's see how many people we have on today. I mean, it's good to always to get up here and share the knowledge and wisdom about the different aspects of the transportation industry. So in so many different ways you can do the transportation. Like a lot of people always say, what are different ways you can make extra income coming up on the holiday season? Of course, a lot of people want to be around and gathering with their family, and they like to open the gifts and share the gifts, and a lot of people feel like they don't have the finances to be able to enlighten or be able to give to their loved ones. So what I'm doing is just coming up here giving an opportunity for you guys, to tap in with me with the different transportation, the different knowledge in the transportation. Like you say, I have a lot of people saying that it's really no money in the transportation, but that's a lot. Long as people need supply and demand, then they're gonna be work out here for you to do. So I wouldn't get caught up in that or listening to that hype, because, like I said, transportation is not going nowhere. So I'm gonna just break down the different aspect, maybe the cost, why you should get into transportation, what is it good for. I mean, a lot of people think that it costs a lot of money. It doesn't cost that much to get into it. It's just basically you being able to learn and get the knowledge and the concept of how to scale your business up, how to grow your business, having a business plan, having a business mindset on what you need to do, how you need to do it, how you need to structure everything, and get everything flowing the right way that you need it. So that's basically what today video will be about. Of course, like I said, I always have different types of opportunity for you that you can sign up, that you can maybe be a part. Is it something for you? If not, then like, tag, share. Maybe it's for somebody in your family, or maybe it's somebody for your loved one. You never know who it could be for. But I'm just here trying to spread the good news, spread the wealth, spread the knowledge, spread the information. I don't want to be up here, then you realize 3 or 4 or 5 months down the road, you're like, oh man, I missed that opportunity. I should have jumped on that opportunity, because all opportunities don't last forever. I mean, you got people out here that won't even give you the basics or give you the knowledge. They gonna make you pay for everything. So I'm just up here trying to, do my job, my part, by offering out the help, offering the different courses, offering the different things that you can do. I think yesterday I touched on dispatching a lot. Like I said, dispatching is a very good lucrative income where you can do from the comfort of your home or wherever you at. There's nothing too hard about dispatch. It's all tied in together, where you learning the concept, learning about it, learning the different ways, learning what you need to know, having someone to teach and guide you along the way until you get to where you need to be. So that's what I'm here for. I'm going to break down why you should join the non-CDL transportation. Number one, the non-CDL transportation industry is a fast-growing field that provides opportunity for individuals to operate small vehicles that's under 26,001 pounds. So there you go. It's without needing a commercial driving license, there you go, better known as a CDL. This is especially appealing to interpreters and small business owners who want to start transportation business with few costs, less regulated oversight. The number one thing is it's a low startup cost. Low startup cost. You would not need no CDL to start up your fleet. That's the number one thing. A lot of people feel like you got to have a CDL. No, you don't have to have a CDL. You just have a regular commercial driver license. So there you go. There you go. Number one, that kicks out you having to go to truck driving school, maybe spending $10,000, $15,000. No matter. I know in the state of Texas, if you want a CDL, you have to go to a what is it called? Top-notch driving school, or you have to go to a driving school in order to get your CDL. It's all a money-making way where they make more money when you go to school. You can't now just go and be like, oh, I'm going to hop up and I'm going to go down here and take my CDL. It says, no, you have to go to a legitimate school that I guess is Texas certified. I don't know if that's in every state to where you have to go to a truck driving school in order to get your CDL. I don't know offhand is that's for every state, but I know for the state of Texas, you have to. Another good thing about owning your own business and being in transportation is great flexibility. So it's like, say you don't want to work on Monday, then you don't have to work on Monday if you own your own truck or you driving your own equipment because it's your own business. You pick the days you don't want to work, but keep in mind, you can't just sit up and take all kind of days off. You still have to run it just like a regular job. You still got to make sure you got your bills paid, you got your you up to date on your maintenance and stuff. Of course, if the wheel's not turning, you're not making no money. So that's why I say you can't just be lazy and slop over with it, or not saving your money or spending your money wisely like you should, because then you end up out of business, not running, not getting loads. And if you're not running or getting loads, then you're not making no money. It's like your business is just sitting there. So that's why I say it's very lucrative. If you run it the right way, you can be very prosperous in this transportation industry. Like I said, you can start a legacy for you, your family, your kids, and pass it on. It can be a generation thing, but legacy is about building things outside of just your family, building it outside for your community, doing those type of things where you're not just setting yourself up, but you're setting other people up. That's what I come up here for. To not just want to set myself up to be able, but to be able to help other people get to their desires and their needs and what they need to do. Like I always say, in order to get something, you got to invest into something. Like I said, don't be scared to spend money or to invest in something that will change your life tremendously. That's what I did. That's what I had to realize. I never thought that I would be able to own a company and to be able to run a company and to learn the management part of it. Don't look at it like as you scared or you feel you gonna fail or don't succeed. Because anything you do that you beginning to be new, of course it'll be a little hard. But if you have someone along the way to help you, to encourage you and to give you the ropes and to guide you, then it's no such thing as you gonna fail. Of course, you might have like little setbacks, but you're gonna get the motion going. You're gonna get everything operating. You're gonna be able to do what you need to do. Okay, if I do this, what I need to do here. That's why you need a coach or a mentor that'll mentor you and take you under their wings and show you the ropes and guide you on the right way to go, the right steps, the right things to do. So that's what I'm here for too, to help you. But just to piggyback on the different ways you can go into this non-CDL hot shot. I think today I want to talk about not just non-CDL hot shot, but just the other ways along. Once you get your authority and everything set up, the different ways you can make money off of your transportation company. Number one, I'm gonna go over is leasing your authority. So basically what that is what I'm saying is you can have your own authority, but you might have somebody that don't have their authority, or someone that just getting their authority and they not have enough, been around maybe 3 months or so, and it's kind of hard for them to get loads. So basically you can lease your authority out to them and charge them a certain percentage to run under your authority. But it's different ways and different things that you have to do in order to put them under your authority. You have to cover their insurance, most especially if they're doing like box trucks or either non-CDL hot shot with the F-250 and the F-350, then you have to provide them with certain things for us, like your ELD, your insurance, that type of thing. I mean, it's all different ways you can tie it in. You know, you don't have to provide them a gas card, but if you do, then that's just a different regulations and the real things that you would provide to give them what they need. But it's totally up to you. That's one way. That's one way you can do it, and another way is you can do trailer rental. You can rent out trailers. They got nowadays where you can go get trailers. You can lease trailers. They have you to put a small fee down, just depending on where you go or who you with. You know, they looking at maybe $500 to $1,200 down. You can get you a 40-foot non-CDL gooseneck trailer. You know, you're paying maybe around $3 something, $4 something a month, just depending on where you go and who you're dealing with. But that's another way you can make extra money. You can scale up your business. You can also go out and rent 53-foot trailers, reefer trailers for the 18-wheelers. You never know when people might break down or where they might break down at, and you might just be a vendor or something, running an ad in a newspaper or put advertising your business, and people see it and they be like, hey, Joe Transportation over here, they rent out trailers too. And you rent out trailers, you know, that's another means of income. I mean, it's just adding up. It's just another way. Also, you can do pilot cars. Pilot cars are, you know, it's not too much hard. I know in different states, I think maybe like up in New York, maybe Florida, I believe. Don't quote me on it though, but you have to take like a little quiz. But if you don't know what the pilot cars is, what I'm meaning by pilot cars is like when you see those big oversized loads on the highway, where you see like maybe a car up in front, maybe one on the side and one in the back, or, you know, those are called pilot cars. They make pretty lucrative money as being a pilot car person. Basically, you got one ahead that goes and scope out the scheme, check everything, and they all on the radios and let them know the bridge. But pretty much you already done mapped it out before you left, for as like the scheming or the clearances of the highways and the different ways that you have to go. That's another thing. You can use your own vehicle for that. There's certain type of equipment that you have to have. I know you have to have the little signs on your door, your signs in the back saying, pilot car or whatever in the front, triangle flags and all that good stuff. But that's a whole nother teaching, just the different ways about in transportation you can make money. We can go on and on with several different more ways that you can do it. So it's not just about, okay, I got a trucking company, I'm gonna just drive trucks. No, it's so many ways, you guys. It's just the thing about getting it started, getting it built up. You got Amazon Relay you can run for with box trucks, 18-wheelers, Amazon Prime, all of those different ways you can make money in this industry with transportation. But I don't know how many people over here, but who can put in a comment that transportation is something that they wanted to do, but didn't realize how to get started, or who wanted to get started, or you might not have the finances to get started. I don't know if it's anybody on, how many people is on here, but if that was you, just put in the chat, me, and it just never know, it could be several ways that you can get yourself up and started, because a lot of time, if you don't, a lot of people feel like the only dumb question I know of is a question that don't get asked. A lot of people be scared or nervous, like, yeah, I don't know about this. I'm kind of feared, or I don't want to drive a truck. You don't have to drive. You can hire people to drive. I help with that for it's helping you the hiring process. How to hire drivers, how to vet drivers, what to look for drivers, what website, where to go advertise at. Where to go promo at, where to go, what kind of drive you looking for, how many days a week, how many weeks do you want to drive out? Those type of questions you ask when you're trying to get drivers to come drive for you. It's not like, that's what I had to learn myself. I mean, you want to stay. I'm not saying that all drivers that got a family kind of want to be home every week, but it's kind of hard when you're doing OTR and the driver want to try to get home every weekend, or every other day. I mean, you gotta set standards on your company on what you're looking for, because if not, you might be in trouble, or you might be out there driving your own truck. So it's totally up to you for your rules and your regulation on what you're looking for in a driver. What's your pay? Everybody pay different. Most people pay they drivers by percentage. Some might do hours, some might do like 70, 50 cents a mile. I don't know. It's totally up to you, or however you want to do it. But most people go by the percentage, because in this transportation industry, you end up paying by the hour. Man, you might not be in business long, because it's like things happen. How many drivers they do a day, you never really even know that stuff, So it's totally up to you. But like I said, I recommend people to do by percentage, because you can already know by the time you get that load or that rate coin, that, okay, this is how much my driver gonna make. Your driver already know how much they gonna make, and you already got it figured out. You know what you need to set aside for your maintenance. Boom, boom, boom. If you do for your truck payment, if you have one, your insurance, okay, I want to take 10% out of this, or if you do it at the end of the week, you add up everything you done made, and that's how you pay how to pay your bills and everything. So they are just about giving you knowledge and insight about how to set your company up and the different ways that you can invest and bring in income and scale up your business, because that's what it's all about. You don't want to just be sitting there with one truck for so long, because if something happened to that one truck, then it's gonna stop your movement, your income. So that's why I say it's always good to try to scale your business to get more on your fleet as you can. But at the same time, you don't want to go out there and get 5 trucks and you only got 2 or 3 drivers. Then they're gonna be sitting up to where you can't even do nothing. You're gonna be making payments on trucks that just sitting in the driveway. You don't have no driver. So you you want to be smart about it, whatever you're doing. You don't want to just sit there and go purchase stuff and then it just sitting there and not bring you back no revenue. So my thing would be, okay, if you know you want to get you 2 trucks, I'm like, I'm already hiring. You want to at least run a thing or you hiring 4 people. In case somebody be like, yeah, this ain't for me or this ain't nothing I want to do, you know, but at the same time, you already got a backup plan. You don't want to have to be rushing and be like, man, I got to do this or you got to do this. That's when you start getting into problems. So you don't want those problems. You want to always think ahead. So you know, okay, well, if I only got 1 truck, then let me go ahead and have 1 driver. Then let me have maybe 1 or 2 backup drivers in case it happens. You always got yourself covered to where you're not in a messed up situation. That's what I'm learning too as dealing with the truck. It's a lot of people that say they want to do it, but then again, they get out there and they never really been on that road and they see it. Then they like, yeah, I got to change my mind. But back to the different things. Okay, I know I don't went over this, but like I say, you got dispatching. That's another revenue. That's the way you sit at home, book load, basically get up there, call them load boys, get them out the load boy. Like, hey man, I see you got this load up here for $2,000 going from Dallas to let's say Atlanta. Oh man, let me see. Can you do it for an extra $200? They might be like, nah. What can you do for $150? Yeah, I'll give you an extra $150. I'll give you $2,150. But I need it there by a certain time. So there you go, boom, boom. You done locked in all your information. Get your rate card. You're sending over your insurance and everything. Boom, boom, boom. You send it to that company or that driver, that owner. They go over it and everything. There you go. That's just how simple dispatch can be. Of course, I just gave a little real quick scan on how it really works. It's just really like you negotiate. Sometimes you might get extra money. Sometimes you might not. Some of them be trying to act like that's all the money they got. But trust me, that's not all. They don't got paid a guap. Most especially the best way to book loads is really dealing like through direct shippers. That means you cutting out that middleman. You're dealing directly with that company or that person. So that's cutting out the middleman. That'll for sure give you more money. All right. What else? Medical carrier. That's another top list. That's something right now. If you got your car, you got a car with some insurance, that's something you definitely keep going, most especially when you need big city. This stuff it'll really pick up as of tomorrow. Tomorrow, I think, is the 1st. So there you go. Amazon Relay, medical carrier, hauling medicine, that type of stuff. AutoZone, the different auto places you can haul parts to these different shops. Also, I know you can't haul no tires in any car, but if you get like Sprinter van, you can haul tires, all type of stuff, pallets. Especially if you got a Sprinter van, that's a high roof. Then that's another good means of income. Hauling that type of stuff. The bigger your car, the bigger your pay will be. You know, so it's like, well, let me go out and invest in this. You can rent Sprinter van, Rider, Enterprise, Budget. All of those local rental car places and stuff, they usually rent out cars, Sprinter vans, but I don't know if you can use a rental car to do like medical care. I don't know that much, but I know you can rent out Sprinter vans and that type of stuff, box trucks, all of that good stuff. So, I mean, it's all kind of different ways right here, right now that you can do it. Like I say, medical carrier is a good field. A lot of people are really thriving and booming in it. Most especially when you're in a big city to where more people, need medicine, more people need different type of stuff. People doing DoorDash, Instacart and stuff, but medical carrier is a good little field where you can make decent money, where you can succeed and you can come on and do it as a full-time job. I'm not knocking nobody with that. I'm just trying to bring you guys and wake you guys up to where you ain't coming back to me or emailing the inbox of me 2 months later like, oh, bro, I wish I would have started when you was doing this and when you was talking about it. A lot of time us as people, we be hard-headed and we be like, man, I ain't really trying to get into that. But then again, when your spirit or something telling you, go ahead and invest and get that started, that's when you could, because you already signed up and you ain't even got to just wait and get it started. Like a lot of people will come and be trying to rush like, oh, man, I should have did this. But then again, it'd be too late. Lord do forgive us and give us second chances. But when an opportunity presents itself to you, we got to learn to be able to take it right then and not wait or be scared. Like I said, this whole business thing is this whole business is work thing is nothing but something collided and put together like a structure. All it is they don't want to structure something for you that you don't have to do yourself. But when you own your own business, that's something you have to do yourself. You have to come and structure it how you want to structure it, but make sure you structure it to where you will succeed. You will become more. You won't just be stagnated in one spot. You see what I'm saying? That's all it is. And with this transportation, it's something that would be around. I don't care what they do. This was something that will always be, even when COVID hit, how they were laying people off, telling you can't go to work. Trucking and stuff was still going on. It didn't slow down. It was still going on. Still going on. Number one, why? Truckers was always in their truck themselves. Then when they get to a shipper or something, you only there for a second or something to open the door, let them sign that BOL, get right back in your truck. That was it. COVID didn't really mess up the trucking industry. I mean, racing stuff probably wasn't too good or all of that, but man, it was still, trucks were still on the road. They were still on the road. They were still moving. They were still moving. They were still moving while we were still worried about how we gonna do this, where we gonna go to work at. I mean, it was always, it was still there. It was still there. We were still moving. It was still making. Daddy, you was in my water.